So what is up, guys? You got your boy Stingren here today, and today we're here to do a Spiritus complete run of the new Shiva fight. This isn't Shiva, it's against these little stone dragon things, and this is the team we'll be using here today. We'll be using Edgar for his Omni Imperial, which is going to play a very important part for very key moments in the fight. The first two phases, not so much, but the final one will most definitely play a very key part for that. We're going to be using Rubicante, who is going to be primarily our damage counter dealer for the first and second phase, which is going to really help push us through those first and second thresholds, because that's what we really need. Neon is going to supply us with a Rainbow Brave damage up buff, which is going to help increase that damage for both Edgar and Rubicante, and of course herself. And let's get right into it. So first things first is the setup. So let's hope that we get a good rotation here. Alright, so looks like Ruby's going first, which is actually kind of good. Alright, Edgar got petrified, which isn't the worst. And Neon got petrified, which is a little unfortunate. So I guess what we can do here is just immediately BT with Ruby then. Normally what I would do is I would give myself a couple turns to battle with Ruby, because I would want him to be able to set, but I want to get everybody set up first. So I want to get Neon a chance to get out, pop her BT so I can get the effect for her, because that's going to, of course, be our key for our damage. And I, of course, want Edgar to do his LD debuff. So there we go. Neon's back. It's only a one-turn petrify. It's unavoidable, by the way. No, it is avoidable, but I don't think anybody can actively like protect against it. I think even Arif's status immunity on start, I don't even think it even protects against that, I think. But anyway, let's go ahead and just LD. So that's going to give us the maximum damage effect. Which is, of course, going to help Ruby's counters. And it's going to help Edgar's follow-up, too. I mean, not Edgar's follow-up, Edgar's attacking turns. Because Edgar doesn't deal a lot of damage at the start. Good, push Neon up. That's amazing. Because that means now I can just simply pop her BT after. Now this buff will drop off because we are going to primarily be we're gonna primarily rebuild it up with the FRs. Anywho, with Edgar, we are just going to do this. And let's see. Okay, I don't want him to jump. I don't want him to jump yet. So I'm just going to go for the Bio Blaster. I didn't want him to jump yet. It's a little bit too early for him to jump. Alright, let's go ahead and I guess current summon for the stacks. Just for the extra damage. It doesn't really change anything. But you can see the effect already wore off, which is unfortunate, but it's fine. We just had to rebuild it up with her FR. Which we'll literally do as soon as Ruby's turn starts, which is not really the worst thing on the planet. Alright, boom. Alright, and now we will simply just FR with Ruby. Now with Edgar, we are only going to FR with him once. We want his FR for the final phase. So yeah, we're only going to FR with him once. We're not going to blow everybody's FR here. Alright, there we go. And now popping Edgar's FR will give the boss all weapon weakness. Now normally you could do this just by separating the moves in his kit, but Edgar's FR is a ranged magic and melee attack all in once. So now we're definitely gonna have that maximum effect up now. Alright, nice. Alright, now we are going to FR with Neon. Which should help build up the stacks again. There we go, puts it up to 6, which means we should be hitting rainbow damage now. Alright, so the first threshold has been hit. So now they have this red aura. Now on the first red aura phase, it's not dangerous, but second onward, it's where it gets dangerous. So what this red aura does is it's a myriad of different effects. It's like a stacking aura. So for each time you hit a respective weapon weakness, the aura drops by 1 until it has like a white aura. So it goes from red to yellow to blue to white. So for each aura, it's a different effect. But the first one, it doesn't really do anything. And for each of the phases, the requirement changes. So for the first one, we only have to hit 1 weapon weakness. So that means that we hit either a weakened melee, ranged, or magic attack, then the aura drops. So everybody should be able to do that just fine, because as you can see, there's that. But anyway, continue to deal damage. Let's continue to deal damage for now. So Neon is going to yet again FR. So let me see, 79.82. Not close enough yet for me to be concerned. Alright, Ruby got broken, but that's completely fine. Every time they attack, their aura goes up by 1. There's also a hidden gimmick here with their aura. If you guys didn't know, if you bring any characters with a stack count value of 5, so any character that has a stacking buff of 5 or more, then it gets to be a little bit tricky for those type of characters. Now, I want to BT with Edgar. Oh, that's perfect, actually. I'm going to BT with Edgar mid-trap. Now, I want to do it mid because, one, that's going to give us the kind of like the best chance of getting that extra damage in. I would have loved if Ruby was going instead of Neon, because I could have popped Queen's Trap as well to give more damage to the effect to really help push that threshold. But ideally, the reason why I'm trying to pop it now is because I'm trying to get as close to 59% as I possibly can. And because of that, I kind of have to pop it kind of soonish. Also have to really get up that really LDCA, so I don't have to deal with the second threshold petrification. So that way we can kind of do what we have to do here. Alright, so now the first aura is cancelled. At 69% it does cancel, but it does reapply at, I think it reapplies at 49%. But it does do a mid effect of a petrification at 59%. And that's why we need Rydia to be up, because we want to block that out. We don't want to have to deal with that. So there we go. We are going to pop our Rydia. If they let me break them, then maybe I could have got them up. But now we're going to Edgar because we're going to get up his trap. And we're going to let it pop instantly. Now, normally we would have loved to have had Queen's Trap in there as well, because that just would have been a big boost of damage. Because Queen is a secondary trap that also procs as well at the start of the turn. So it would have been a lot of damage. It would have kind of made up for the fact that Ruby's not going to be countering because of him evading. So, as you can see, we're dodging, which is also going to kind of hurt our FR time just a tiny bit. But there we go. So that knocked it down to 53%, which is good. Very, very good, because the next threshold is at 49, and that's kind of the goal we needed to be. But so there we go. So now we skipped past that threshold, which is amazing. And let's just go ahead. I mean, we could queen it now, technically, if we want to be honest, because we could set it up for later. For a later nuke, maybe. Anyway. Let's see. So that's 3, then that's 2, 1. I'm pretty sure Ruby's EX hits the 49 mark. I'm sure that hits the 49 mark. I'm sure for both of them, yeah. So there we go. Second threshold. So now it's deal 2 forms of weakness damage. So we either have to hit a combination of either melee ranged or magic melee. You guys know. But again, due to Edgar's debuff, it should be a lot more easier to maintain. And we have 3 turns left. Let's just push as much as we can. We're gonna push. We're definitely going to Fire Blaster. Yeah, we'll Fire Blaster. Then we're going to summon. Summons also, by the way, count for pushing the thing. So it's gonna knock its aura down to the blue aura, which is nice. And then I think first attack after summon counts as defense ignore, so that should knock it to white. Yep. So now the aura is taken care of. We're good to go. Even though it does cancel itself out at 29%, we're gonna go ahead and queen it here, and we're gonna start battering up with our Ruby. We're gonna start battering up because we want to start pushing up that gauge, so that we can get ready to start nuking with Edgar in a minute. So that's the next plan. So we don't necessarily have to deal damage, and we're kind of good on Ruby Conte's BT now at this point. We don't necessarily need it anymore. We just kind of want to make sure that Edgar's in a position where he can win with this nuke. Ideally, we're hoping that it's at the very minimum of 8 turns. Or 9. 8 or 9. One of those sweet spot numbers. We need one of those sweet spot numbers. Because if we can hit that with Edgar, then it should be good to go. It should be curtains. There we go. We'll just we'll OD. Again, we want to kind of keep Neon's effect going as much as it can. So we're gonna simply pass on hers. There we go. Is it gonna go for that? That's gonna be its attack. Now its FR attack is actually really dangerous. It basically sets all our brave to 0. So now we're gonna be doing like poor damage now. Edgar's not ready yet. Let me see. Okay, we can just do that. Okay, good, we're ready. Now I gotta see where he's at on the turn. So 10. Let me see, 10, 9, 8. He's right on 7. That means we won't get the good BT pop, unfortunately. But we do have to cancel this out. Alright, 29% aura does die, so we're good now. The aura is also gonna fade away. And we also had our evasion buff still. So alright, and actually we're gonna get a 6-turn BT. Ugh, I don't like that. Unless Neon gets broken. Let's see, 8. We do still have the Queen of Traps going too, which is going to be a little helpful. I guess we just OD. It's probably the best damage we can perform. We're just kind of doing the best damage that we can do. That kind of helps, to be honest, because that's an extra trap activation, but sure. Alright, Ruby's gonna counter. Gonna get the extra trap activation. Okay, we'll get a 7-turn, never mind. We'll get a 7-turn. But we won't be able to get the BT pop, which is really what I was hoping for. I was really hoping for the BT pop, but with any luck, we might be able to kill with just Edgar alone. Alright, let's go for it. We only have one use of Bioblaster, but it's fine. Alright, so let's do this. So that's gonna knock them both down to 19%. Which is the first thing we needed to do. Was get them down to 19%. Because that's the final aura. Now Edgar can cancel through this aura. Because of, again, his gimmick. So we're gonna do this. Which is gonna lower the aura stage by 1. Now, the bosses cannot be killed while they have a aura active. They have to have a white aura before they can die. So we have to make sure that we can do this. But it looks like we might get the kill. Let me check. 10, 10. We're gonna FR here. And I think we get the kill. If not by this, then for sure by the BT trap. But I think this is kill. I think this is kill. We even get a launch as a bonus. That's incredible. Is that a kill? Yeah, that's a kill. So I think we win. Yeah, we win. Thank God, man. This fight was not fun. This fight was not fun. He's for sure dead, but we gotta just hope it says finish and we win. Alright, nice. Nice, we got it. Nice. We got it. And that is the fight for you guys here today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.